Marriage has always been a topic of discussion among people. Now, with the advancement of technology and new ways of communication, we are facing an even more sensitive issue, something that is a red line for married individuals and something they never want to experience: infidelity. According to official statistics in many countries, about one-third of couples have experienced infidelity at least once in their lives. Cheating can be one of the main reasons for the collapse of a relationship. While discovering infidelity can bring overwhelming emotional pain, at the very least it helps us determine where we stand and, if necessary, separate ourselves from that person. So the main question is, how can we tell if our partner is being unfaithful? Today we will explore this issue through the perspectives of some of the greatest writers in history. 1. They are suspicious of everything. You may have heard the saying, "A thief thinks everyone else is a thief too." Someone who has been unfaithful or has broken ethical principles in the relationship may become paranoid and distrustful, keeping you under tight control and making life difficult for you. A mentally healthy person who is loyal to their relationship and not involved in such things gives their partner reasonable freedom. They are not constantly worried about where their partner is, who they are talking to, or whether they are being completely faithful. As Shakespeare aptly put it, "He that is giddy thinks the world turns round." Thus, one of the signs of a cheating partner is their controlling and suffocating behavior. Their paranoia stems from their own guilt, fearing that what they did might happen to them. As a result, they exhibit controlling and distressing behavior to prevent it from happening. 2. They overemphasize their loyalty. A truly loyal person does not need to constantly prove their faithfulness with words. Their actions already demonstrate their commitment and love for you. At the beginning of a relationship, both verbal and physical affirmations of love and loyalty are common. However, as time passes and things become routine, verbal reassurances naturally fade. But some people go out of their way to prove their loyalty. This often happens when they have done something wrong and feel guilty about it. They may frequently compliment you, help with household chores, or buy you unexpected gifts without any occasion. In these moments, your partner is trying to reassure you of their faithfulness, unaware that their behavior has become unusual. As the famous French writer Albert Camus said, "I always insisted on my loyalty while knowing deep inside that among the people I loved, I couldn't name a single one to whom I had never been unfaithful." Yes, friends, distinguishing between true loyalty and deception is not always easy. 3. They lie about both small and big things. You've probably heard before that cheating is built on lies. Once someone starts lying, it becomes difficult to stop because they must tell more lies to cover up the original one. This cycle continues until the relationship is destroyed. As the saying goes, for a lie to seem natural, you must tell it so well that even you believe it. Fyodor Dostoevsky insightfully stated, "A man who lies to himself and listens to his own lie comes to a point where he cannot distinguish the truth, either within himself or in others." 4. Their body language and actions become unusual. Sudden changes in behavior can be a red flag. For example, they may unexpectedly change their hairstyle, switch their cologne, or start working late more often, potentially due to the influence of someone else. They might also avoid eye contact with you, become more distracted, or act nervous when you glance at their phone. Shakespeare captured this perfectly when he said, "Your face is a book where men may read strange matters." Over time, a cheating partner can no longer hide their guilt, and their actions will eventually reveal the truth. 5. The best way to know if you can trust someone is to trust them. This profound insight comes from Ernest Hemingway. If you're unsure whether you can trust your partner, you don't need to check their phone, emails, or install a GPS tracker in their car. Instead, simply let them know that you trust them completely. If they are being unfaithful, they will eventually expose themselves. They will mistake your trust for naivety, unaware that you are fully aware of the situation. 6. They don't talk to you like they used to. We all know that communication is a fundamental pillar of any marriage. If this foundation weakens, things become difficult. Sometimes both partners need space, but even then, they still find ways to show that they care. However, if your spouse has no interest in talking to you and continuously avoids conversations, this could be a warning sign. Humans need to talk. As Ernest Hemingway once said, Everyone in the world needs someone to talk to, someone they can speak to freely without hesitation or shame. If you no longer feel the same closeness and your spouse avoids talking to you, consider the possibility that they are confiding in someone else instead. 7. A cheater becomes forgetful. Cheating is a form of lying, a big lie that someone must live with daily. When a person is leading two separate lives at once, they are bound to make mistakes. For example, they may accidentally call you by the wrong name, send you a message meant for someone else, leave gifts hidden in the house, or stumble over simple questions. Mark Twain once said, "If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything." Liars always have poor memories and eventually expose themselves. Be patient and observe. 8. No matter how many signs of cheating. You see, don't jump to conclusions without proof. If you assume your partner is cheating based solely on suspicions, it can harm your relationship. Constantly doubting them may make them feel insecure, causing them to distance themselves from you, or even push them toward infidelity. As Dostoevsky wisely noted, 100 suspicions do not make a single proof. Many times our minds create false narratives simply because they have nothing better to do. As Mark Twain put it, "I've had a lot of worries in my life, most of which never happened." So while it's important to stay aware, it's equally important not to let baseless fears destroy a good relationship.